You are listening to an episode of Financial Insight with Rob Wilson. Our mission is to change the speed of wealth creation for you and your family. We invite you to visit our website, IamRobWilson.com. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Now get ready to change the speed.
Hello, this is Les Brown, Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Whenever you're faced with any kind of challenges financially, make sure you listen to Rob Wilson. He'll provide for you solutions and remedies that will change your life.
Change the speed.
I don't know why I keep doing this to myself, folks. I don't know why. I just keep doing it over and over again. I keep putting my big foot in my big mouth over and over again. Now I got people sending me emails. I got people calling me on my phone, leaving me messages on my cell phone saying, hey, come on, man, get off that. What's wrong with borrowing from your 401k? Okay, listen. Here's some dynamics. If you are really concerned about saving and earning and maintaining wealth in your financial life, if you had to go to 401k in order to pull money out of it, there is a 20% penalty plus the taxes that you have to pay on that money. That's 42% on an average. On an average. So if you pull out $1,000, 422 of that is going to the government first. So you are actually pulling out $588 that you'll see. Now you tell me, what investment can you earn that's going to pay you 42% return if you're going to use that vehicle to pull money out and get penalized 42%? Somebody talk to me. Dana. Oh, that's Donna? Hey, Donna.
Yeah. Hey, how are you? Hey, I've been listening to your show, and I do have a question because recently that issue has come up. I've heard a lot of financial planners and financial pundits repeatedly say things like there's a major difference between saving and investing. And I just want to get your take on that because some of the vehicles you mentioned, like treasury bills and notes and savings bonds and those types of things, for the small investor, as the financial people frequently refer to it, are really savings vehicles and not necessarily investments, is what I've heard them say, because of the issue of risk, thereby being very low, so it's not really an investment. What's your take on that?
Well, my take is real simple. For the most part, they are correct. But see, the damage is when they take you to that next level, because the first thing that they would tell you, if you're going to be a real investor, you don't want to put your money in those type of products because you're not going to make any money.
That is what they say.
Okay, so now, I want you to picture something. Picture an individual who has never had a saving process in their life. So they can't get beyond $50 in the bank on Friday and taking it out on Monday. And all of a sudden you can convert them now that they understand that they have money that they can do some things with. Then if their first goal is to go into the stock market, then they have to understand that going there into the stock market, the potential of losing every penny that you have is there, 100%. Mm-hmm. Well, you can gain something. Well, they're getting great returns in the market. Well, everyone is not getting great returns in the market. A lot of people are still losing money in the market. Mm-hmm. There are some people that's really making money in the market. So you're taking a person who has not had the ability to really understand the dynamics of saving, and you ask them, well, you need to now begin a financial foundation. Where should that person begin their financial foundation? Savings, checking, money market, CDs. They are secure products, but they are also diversified type products in that a savings account would draw more than a checking. A money market would draw more than a checking and a savings. A CD would do more than a money market savings or a regular checking. Then you can look at other portfolios that a bank can have. Those bonds, yes, they are all saving vehicles, but they give an individual a foundation. Versus if that individual had $10,000, and I use you, Donna, you have $10,000, and you take this $10,000 and you put it in the stock market. And someone else take $10,000 and they put it in all the other products that I just described. They sound like saving vehicles, but they're not that much. But if both individuals had equally the same tragedy that happened in their lives, you have none of those products, but you have money in an investment product, you're going to have to liquidate that investment in order to survive. You're going to take a 40% hit, on an average 40 to 42% hit, when you have to pay the penalty for early withdrawal, as well as the taxes that's associated with that money. Well, that other person who put their money in that saving vehicle would not suffer such a hit. And if they did, it would be very minimal because of the type of products that they have. Now, am I saying that all of your money should be in those type of products? Absolutely not. I think, though, that you should have a foundation established there in order to build upon when you go into these other products.
Okay. And my other question is, I feel like because the rush for everyone to capitalize off of real estate, I feel the pressure to start buying real estate myself. And I mean, outside of where I live, just buying properties and flipping them, which has become, a real big thing.
I give you the same story. In my book, Unlocking Wealth, I think it's on page 191, I talked about that very same story because many people are now being asked to do that very same thing. And it's actually on page 95 in there where we talk about home ownership and people wanting to be investors. Here they are running out here now using their credit to buy property. Someone else pulled their equity and the profits out. You make $10,000 in the transaction. They promise that they're going to flip it. They don't flip it. It's stuck in your name, and now you suffer from a foreclosure. So I mean, as much as you can see people making money in real estate, there's a lot of people being damaged by real estate.
Okay.
Because they didn't understand the game. They went in, they thought they were going to make some flipping quick money, and that's not how the game is really played by the real professionals.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to have a foundation, honey. I don't care. I mean, we say this, but I will say this. Whenever you see a top athlete performing at his task, he is in great condition to perform that. I give you a good example, and I'm going to use sports. Michael Jordan. You remember when he quit basketball and went to baseball? One of the things that he said that was so dynamic for him was that he learned that he had to now develop and condition a different set of muscles in order to play baseball versus what he had when he was playing basketball. That's where you are. If you're in the savings game right now and you're building and you're doing the fundamental things that you need to do in the basic arena of your financial life, you want to go to that next level. You want to move into that next level. You have to do the conditioning work of learning what that is. I don't know how long you've been listening. The first lesson that I ask my listeners to do is understand the dynamics of learning to earn and earn to learn. Because the more money you earn, you're going to have to learn different prospects and different aspects of what you need to do and how you can protect that money, how you can secure that money, and how you can create an element that will draw in more money. It's constantly a learning process. It's not a one shot, baby girl, because if it was, I wouldn't be talking to you now. I would have hit my shot and gone. You hear what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Okay. That was a good question because there is a whole lot of folks out there that's misleading some folks. But you know what? I tell you this. It shouldn't be rocket science for you. It's real basic. If I take this, I'm going to lose. If I take this, I'm going to gain. Hello? One of my quotes, and I'm going to make this quote a famous quote at some point because folks are going to start quoting this quote. When ignorance and knowledge crosses path, something intelligent should happen. What that is, I have no idea.
Bill collectors at my door.
Rob Wilson.
What can you do for me?
Oh, okay. Hey, listen. Hey. That was a powerful question by Donna because, that's happening so much. A lot of people are saying it, but listen, most of it has been said by commission-driven folks. And see, when you invest money in the stock market and someone's getting paid commission, you might lose your money, but they get their commission. It just don't sound right to me, but it's business. Michael, what's going on?
Hey, Rob, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hey, I got a question about student loans.
Okay, make it quick for me because it's way out of what I'm talking about today.
Okay, all right. Last year I settled Kentucky Higher Education Authority loan for like 50 cents on the dollar.
Did you get it in writing?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
been taken care of. But now I'm trying to do the same thing with a federal staffer loan, and they will not do it. They said they'll only waive the collection fee, but beyond that, I got to pay the whole balance. And so if I can't do that, they're just recommending a loan rehabilitation program. Is there any way they will accept settlements, or they just don't do
Well,
that?
what you have to do is go, since you're in the Georgia area, you have to go to the San Francisco location and do an offering compromise, and then they set the standards on what they offer in compromise, but it's not something generally that they do.
Really?
Because you're dealing with a Stafford loan, that thing is secure till you die.
Okay, so it's with the collection agency, but I should still contact the San Francisco?
It doesn't matter. If anyone
Okay.
is going to, it has to come from them in order to get an approval. From the San Francisco office, that's the servicing office for this area.
Okay, cool. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Kimberly, what's going on?
How you doing? Hi, Rob. How you doing? Long time listener, love your show. First time caller.
Thank you.
I have a question about let's see. This past May, my husband and I got excited about a timeshare property, right? And we signed some papers, and we thought it would be a great idea. Okay, we fell a little bit behind because my husband's job was a little slow with work, and now they've sent us the collections. What can we do, or what do we need to do at this point?
Try to sell that timeshare and get from under it the quickest way you can.
Okay.
Honestly, I mean, chances are you weren't going to use it anyway.
Okay.
And when you sign up for that timeshare, let me tell you something about you that I know that you didn't know I knew. When you and your husband signed up for that timeshare vacation, that was probably one of the first vacations y'all been on in quite a while, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. We go all the time.
You go all the time?
All the time.
Okay, all right then. You and your husband is very rare. Most people get caught on those timeshares.
No, we just like the property. It's excellent. I still like it, but I was willing to keep it if you can tell me what I need to do to have them re-age it or something, and then we can start now.
That's all possibilities, but me personally, I would recommend selling.
Just selling. So how do we do? I don't know anything about it. What do we do?
You know what? I've never investigated selling it because I don't care for timeshares.
Okay.
And I do care for timeshares for folks who can afford it, but for people that can't afford it, I don't care for them.
Oh, okay.
Honestly.
Okay, well, that's honest, yes.
And so I've never researched it, and I do apologize for that. But selling it, I think there's a couple of websites where they offer opportunity and assistance, but even then you need to be very careful.
Okay.
All right. And then look at your contract, because your contract may very well show you some terms and conditions on how you can sell it, okay?
Okay, well, I thank you for the information, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Julie.
Recently.
Julie.
Yes, how you doing?
Recently.
Oh, good. How you doing?
I'm well.
Good, Rob. This is Julie.
Okay.
This is just a little off track from the subject of today, but what I need to do is I need to purchase a home. I've been living in Georgia for 5 years, and I need to purchase a home.
Why?
Because when I calculated the expenses, I think I paid like almost from $60,000 to $120,000 in rent, and I need to, so that will help me to have a firm housing situation, equity, and some other things. It's an investment, and that's something that I really want to do. So what I've done.
Now, what happened to you that caused you to now feel that way? Because, see, that has never changed. That has always been out there.
Well, I guess maybe I'm a late bloomer to this. I sent my kids to school, did a whole lot of other things, moved here, and that's where I am now. And so I'm trying to really work on my credit, and I did that last year, paying off some unpaid debts and things like that.
So what do you need now?
But what I need now, I was talking to this broker, and she was saying, did I have any credit? Because she was checking my credit report, and she says, you don't have any credit, you don't have any charge cards, And so she was like, well, you should get a secured.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Charge card.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay, so I was calling you because I was listening today,
No.
and I said, well, let me get some advice from a professional here who seems
Nope.
to appear to care about the community of people.
Nope. You do not need a secure credit card. That's the worst thing that you can get.
It's the worst thing because it's like you put your money in there. And then,
I know what it is, honey.
Okay.
It's the worst thing that you can get. Now, this is what I would recommend that you might want to consider doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You might want to consider if this broker is a real broker and they have any type of real way of helping you,
Mm-hmm.
you don't need credit on your credit report to establish buying a home.
She did say that. She just said that it would improve my credit score.
Well, what was your score?
It was like 589.
Okay. No doubt about it, building new credit will improve your score. A secure credit card will not be your best option.
Okay.
If your purpose is to improve your score,
Yes.
because with a 589, you can still get a decent rate.
Okay.
She's trying to get you to a point where you can get an interest-only loan, isn't she?
She didn't state that.
What kind of rate did she say you needed to have?
She says I needed at least 580.
You just said 589?
Oh, right, but that's what she was saying, that it would, I need to have at least a 580. She could do something with that, and get me a good interest rate. That's what she said. I just started talking to her today, and I wanted to, get some advice prior to that. So what I did go out and get a interest. I should have called you first before I went out and did that, because I did go get what she had recommended, a secured. I just did it at lunch. I could call them back and tell them to cancel.
Too late now, baby, if they don't pull your credit and all that.
No, I just went to the bank and filled out the application and gave them the check because I took some money out of my savings in order to get the secure credit card.
That's okay, honey. That's okay. Let's just see what the impact of that is going to be. But listen, if you want to buy a house.
Yes, I do.
And you're sincere about buying a house, you did not need, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You did not need to go out and get those other things.
Okay.
What you needed to do, if with a good broker, that good broker would have told you that if you could prove that you paid rent the last 12 months.
She said that.
If you could show that you pay your utilities.
Yes, I do.
If you paid light bill, phone bill, those things are sufficient enough in order to allow you to make a purchase. If you don't have credit on your credit report.
Okay, she did say that. She says if you could verify that you paid your rent for the last year or 2 years on time, she says that's going to be a very good thing.
But why would she ask you to go out and get a secure credit card then?
She said that would just be helpful, like if I pull my credit report in another 6 months or something like that, and I pay on it or charge on it and then pay it back and forth, that it would be helpful. That was just a way to help me to increase my credit score.
Well, let me just say this. The idea and the concept of that is proper and correct.
Mm-hmm.
The choice of product is bad.
Okay, what do you recommend? Installment?
I would have suggested that you use some form of an installment account.
Okay.
Because an installment account rates higher than a secured Visa or a secured MasterCard, because secured products are high-risk products. Did you understand that?
I heard what you said. Understanding, I will have to think about that. You said it's a high-risk product, and I hear the music in the background.
Your score identifies risk, potential risk, level of risk. The higher your score, the least amount of risk. The lower your score, the highest amount of risk. Well, that score is determined based on the type of products that are used, along with how you use those products. For instance, if you use a national Visa or a national bank Visa, or whether or not you use a secured Visa or a consumer finance Visa, each one of them are different levels, and each one of them come with a different attitude, a different perspective, and a different look as it relates to your score.
I understand that.
The secured card is at the bottom of the bucket.
Bottom of the budget.
Bucket, baby.
Okay, the bottom of the bucket.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, and I'll call in about 2 weeks or something with some other questions.
Okay, then. Don't wait that long.
Okay, well, thank you very much for talking about this topic of today, about paying yourself versus providing for yourself.
Thank you so much. I want to put something in front of you. Your ability to really accumulate wealth begins with the concepts that you have with money. and the action taken based on your concepts.
You have been listening to an episode of Financial Insight with Rob Wilson. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our podcast. Visit IamRobWilson.com and hear additional episodes. Also, support our mission as we take financial literacy to every house. Remember, every decision that you make either brings you closer to or removes you further away from your financial goals.